Look around. Capital doesn't just move, it flees, it vanishes. And every time it does, it rips out the guts of local economies, those hard-working communities that built the foundations from sweat and grit. It's brutal, relentless. Money zipping from city to city, country to country, draining jobs, innovation, hope. Your hometown, your business ecosystem, threatened, choked, strangled. This isn't some distant problem. It's the bleeding wound beneath the surface of every boom and bust cycle you've witnessed. You've felt the sting, the layoffs, shuttered storefronts, investment drying up like a desert storm. And it's infuriating because it feels utterly unfair. Why should local innovation die just because capital is restless? Why do communities become collateral damage in this ruthless game? But here's the raw truth nobody will shout loudly enough. Capital mobility isn't the thief, it's the symptom. The real enemy is a system that celebrates speed and escape over roots and resilience. That rewards flight instead of building. You want to win? You can't keep chasing the dollars like a lost child chasing shadows. You must rethink how capital can be anchored, harnessed, and converted into enduring local power. That means no more blind investments that empty towns overnight. It means injecting capital with strings attached, demand local hiring, demand partnerships, demand ownership stakes that can't be packed into a suitcase. Make the investors sweat. Make them accountable. Make them partners rather than predators. Here's the secret weapon. Create structures where local economies are not just passive receivers, but active claimants of capital's upside. Community investment funds with real voting power. Models where local talent owns equity and drives decisions. Make the infrastructure of capitalism circular, not linear. Every dollar that lands must loop back, multiply, and fuel local growth, no exceptions. The best founders and investors don't flee borders, they transcend them, but they never abandon their origins. Build networks that aren't just global, but focused on local synergy within those global webs. This isn't some kumbaya dream. It's strategic, precise, and it starts with ruthless alignment of capital to local impact. Stop whining about how capital runs wild if you don't understand that you're the gatekeeper. If you hold the keys to capital flows, you can trap it in a virtuous cycle of growth and renewal. Use innovative financing tools like impact bonds, revenue-based financing, and cooperative ownership to tether wealth to outcomes that elevate communities, not exploit them. Empower founders to demand more than money. Demand mentorship, infrastructure, education. Make investors partners in risk, not just profiteers in escape. The moment capital sees that local economies are tough battlegrounds worth investing in, with real returns measured in sustainable growth, it will stop running away. You are not powerless, and this is not inevitable. It's a revolution that can be engineered by those who see beyond the game as it is and build the game as it must become. Focus on creating ecosystems where capital is patient and purpose-driven, not fleeting and extractive. Build autonomous networks that connect founders to investors who measure success not by short-term gains, but by lasting transformation. Do this, and local economies will not just survive, they will thrive. They will become engines of innovation, hubs of resilience, and beacons of true capitalism, constructive, dynamic, and deeply human. Wake up. Stop being on the sidelines watching your community bleed. Demand change. Forge alliances that bind capital to local futures. Invest in ideas that refuse to run away. This is your battle, for freedom, for growth, for a capitalism that doesn't destroy, but builds. The power to reshape the future is right here. Grab it with both hands before capital escapes again and takes everything you've ever worked for. This is how to stop the bleeding. This is how to win.